So I guess this is a pretty good starting spot.
No, without Rost.
So welcome everyone to the epilogue of Into the Embrace. Chris and I are here, just playing through the epilogue. This is not a regular episode. We're doing one mission. That's the only reason that we're here, and we're going to see Rost's grave, and apparently there's a mission with it. So as soon as we're done that, that's the end of it.
Hi, Rost. I'll just take this off. Don't want him listening in.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Rost, I can't believe it's taken me so long to visit you. When you said goodbye, I told you I'd find you. Track you down. Well, looks like you did it after all. Went somewhere I can't follow. I should have known you'd be watching. At the proving. Looking out for me. There for me when no one else was. Like always. One last time. So, I went inside the mountain. Do you remember the night before the proving? The final lesson you taught me? You said I needed to serve a purpose bigger than myself. Well, it couldn't get much bigger. It's the same purpose that drove Elizabeth and Gaia when they were willing to die for. So yeah, I'll do it. Give myself to that for Elizabeth, Gaia, and for you. I've got what I need to destroy Hades. The Master Override. Now all I have to do is drive it into Hades' skull, so no problem there. The final battle will be fought at Meridian. Hades will come for the Spire, and I'll be ready. I found out how Elizabeth died. She sacrificed herself, as you might expect. Said something about going home. I wonder where that was for her. If I ever find out, I'd like to go there. See it myself. Assuming I actually survived the battle at Meridian, of course. Which, let's face it, is... well... who knows? Well, I'll try to come back if I can, but... I guess this might be it. Thank you, Rost. Thank you for everything.
Is that the,
I should be going. I'll try to come back soon. That's it for now.
Alex implied that there was more than that.
I'll try to come back.
I'll check the hut and see if there's anything else. Can you look this up, by the way, Chris? I want to make sure I don't miss it.
Alone. So many memories. It's not home anymore. Not without Rost.
You still there, bud?
There's nothing for me here anymore.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, because it says completed here, but like,
There's
maybe that's supposed to be like an actual quest? This is where we stood, like, when we first had that conversation with him, where he's like, go get some blaze, and we're gonna go kill a sawtooth. And that's how I got to the edge of the map. Right down there.
Assume it'd probably be a side quest.
You would think. But I don't have any side quests that add up to that. I'm completely going off hearsay too. Alex might have like been mistaken, or maybe I misunderstood her. I don't want to look it up because I don't want to spoil it. I feel bad asking you, but like, somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
I'll try to come back when there's more to talk about. I should be going. I'll try to come back soon.
What's this here?
I think he built all this.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
No, without Rost.
Well then,
There's nothing for me here anymore.
bright side is we do have time between. I can like ask her in the morning, and we'll either find out that there was more to it, or we'll find out that there wasn't. We can always throw that in at the end of this, even though it'll be like a day later for us or whatever. But for now, we'll just call it here. And
Okay.
That'll do it for the epilogue, or it won't. You'll see in like 3 seconds. All right, we figured out what we're supposed to do. Chris looked it up, and we were supposed to go back and talk to Teersa, and we can ask her about the Nora and Rost. And because I'm a tease,
The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Teersa.
we're gonna talk about the Nora first.
What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position.
All right, you ready, Chris?
I am.
Let's find out what happened to Rost.
I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Rost's was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border, Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Knew they couldn't
Cruelty.
leave.
They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
The fuck is a Death Seeker?
Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes, Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All-Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of
And
with Teersa on that
I'm
one.
quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift
Yep, this as well.
and never a burden.
All right, Teersa, that's quite a story. It's
There you
time
go.
for me to move on.
Now I wonder if you go back to his
Thank you for
grave,
doing what
if
you
there's
could to
anything
help me.
extra.
Through the
Yeah,
years,
it's
and
completed,
for
but we'll
telling
take a
me
look.
Rost's story.
I wish I could
I
have
feel like
done
that's
more,
where we should end it anyway,
but
with the man that we started
I
with.
am just one woman.
Yeah.
As
It's
am
okay,
I.
Teersa.
No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh,
Aw.
thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
He was never believing that bullshit, but... Oh, I have to get outside of
It's
All-Mother
true.
first. Wow. So... Did you read that at all before you, like when you were looking the things up? Or did you know about any of it? Or did you just find the video?
Our fallen tribes people call us for justice.
Chris? Oh, SharePlay connection lost. Of course. And left the party. Okay, well we'll head back to the grave. Still says completed, but I think that's the right way to end this. While we're in this screen though, I'll see if I can invite him back or if he's still online. Well, that was certainly
To think he built all this
a heck of a story.
alone. So many memories. It's not home anymore.
Well,
Not without Rost. I should be going.
okay, yeah, didn't think there would be anything
I'll
afterwards,
try
but
to come back soon.
it's worth checking. I guess that'll do it for the epilogue. I'm glad that we threw that in there at the very end, and it's been a heck of a journey. And for me and for Chris, I'd like to thank everybody who stepped along with us. Like we said before, we'll be back with Frozen Wilds, but
It's heavy.
we
World's
will
going.
see you guys next time.